welcome. It's Fliss from Hands to Heart. So this week it is Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK. And the theme or the emphasis on mental health awareness this year is about kindness. And we all know how it feels when people show us their kindness, show an act of kindness, but also how it feels when people are perhaps not so kind. So I invite you this week to actually think about kindness as a whole picture. Okay, I quite often think that if the world, every decision that we made was actually done through kindness and how we can make a difference to people, then what an amazing world we would live in. What I would like you to do is actually to think of something this week that you enjoy to do, which shows a level of kindness to yourself. And then when we look after ourselves and we show ourselves kindness, we also are then more inclined to show other people kindness. And they don't have to be random acts of kindness. Those are amazing. It could just simply be the things that perhaps you do every day. Maybe making your mum or your dad a cup of tea, or helping out your parents or your grandparents with something. So it's really important that we acknowledge those things that actually do make a difference. You know, I definitely makes a difference to me when one of my children brings me a cup of tea and I think, oh, they didn't have to, or they offer to make me a cup of tea, or you walk down the street and somebody smiles at you, maybe you know them, maybe you don't. It's just checking in with people. And I always think sometimes it's the people who are quite jokey and loud and quite flamboyant who sometimes have a story behind that. So just always check in with those friends who you think are okay, but perhaps they're the people that need just a little bit more love and kindness. Not saying that's everybody, but just that we check in with all our friends. Okay, so maybe this week you decide to do something. Maybe you go for a walk and you drop a note through your friend's house. Don't even have to say who it's from. Maybe a random house, just, I think you're great, or just a simple note, maybe a smiley face that's just posted through somebody's door, or a present that's dropped on their step, anything. And then show yourself kindness. So also maybe that's journaling, maybe it's eating good food, kindness for our bodies, for our digestive system, treating ourselves with kindness. So our practice today is going to be short, it's not going to be too long, but it is going to be focusing on our bodies, on how we move, and it's really important that we have some stillness, that we have some movement, we have time to reflect, and then also coming back to that stillness. So it's like a full circle. So first of all, just bring yourself into a comfortable seat if you haven't already. Your hands can be rested on your thighs, or perhaps you bring one hand to your heart and one hand onto the earth, connecting us all together, not just the local community, but the whole of the world, hand on the ground, that earth connection to one another. Inhale through your nose, maybe exhaling out through the mouth. 2 more. With each inhale, sitting up a little bit taller, maybe bringing those shoulders gently back. Exhale, release. 1 more. Slowly lifting the hand that's on the floor and placing it on top of the other one across your heart. Inhale, roll those shoulders back, maybe keeping the eyes closed here. A full embrace into your heart center. Exhale, rounding through chin to chest. 2 more. Inhale, open up through those shoulders. Exhale, chin to chest. Last one. Inhale. Smile. Exhale to fold. Inhale, gently coming back to center, maybe opening the eyes here. You can uncross the legs and recross them the other way if you want to. We're just going to give ourselves a much needed hug. So from here, inhale, open up the arms, that full expansion. Exhale, hug the arms around you, squeeze, maybe drop the chin to your chest. Inhale, open up again, other arm on top this time. Exhale, wrapping your arms around you, chin to chest, loving kindness. One more to each side. Inhale, open up. As you exhale, chin to chest, navel draws in, dropping yourself down and inwards. Inhale, open up again, switching which arms on top. Exhaling, curling. Inhale, take the arms out left to right, palms facing forward. Inhale again, reach those hands all the way up. Interlace the fingers, flip the palms, push the hands away. Take a stretch. Exhale, reaching over towards the right, left hip pulling down. So you can stay seated. Maybe you are on a cushion here. If you're on a cushion, feel free. If you want to, you can move it out of the way now. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, take that stretch to the left side. I always think of this as like a morning stretch. Exhale, come back to center. Just bringing the left foot or the right foot in towards the groin, left foot out just slightly in front. Okay, so we're not like crossing the legs here, we've got a bit of space. Wrap those hands around you, fingertips facing away. Inhale, open up through your chest. So you can stay here, inviting that love and kindness into your heart center. Exhale fully. Either stay here or maybe this time you inhale and you start to lift your hips forward and your head starts to rest back. Take a breath. Exhale fully. Inhale again. Exhale, coming back down. Just walk the hands forward, taking a stretch. Maybe really reaching with those hands, dropping the head in between the upper arms. Inhale, slowly rolling back up. We're just going to switch. So left foot in now, right foot on the outside. Inhale, looping those arms behind you, reaching back. Maybe palms come to the floor now, depending on how the shoulders are. Maybe you can even walk the hands further or closer towards each other. Inhale, you choose. Either open up through the chest here or maybe lifting those hips forward. Inhale. Exhale, slowly releasing. Bring the hands forward in front of you. Take that stretch, folding down. Maybe a little sway with the head, and then slowly coming back up. Lovely. From here, just gently coming all the way over onto our knees. And we're going to keep the toes curled under here and just roll back. So a bit of yoga for the toes, rolling back. You don't have to drop everything down into those hips or into the heels. You just need a slight lift here, not here for long. Inhale, lifting up through the legs. Come onto the top of the feet now. And then shift the hips back down. Inhale, roll the shoulders. I'm going to go through some kneeling sun salutations just to get the body moving. Inhale, reaching up through the hands. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Slide the hands away from you, drop the hips. Inhale, look forward. So we're not dropping the hips all the way down. That wouldn't be good for our lower back. We're trying to keep the hips slightly lifted here, but we're rolling the shoulders back. Exhale, rounding through, sliding the hands back into our child pose. Hands come by the knees. And then inhale, reach those hands all the way back up. We're repeating Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Slide the hands away from you. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, sliding back, slide the hands all the way back towards the knees. Maybe the head comes down to the floor. Inhale, hands left to right, reaching up, high knees. Last time. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Slide the hands away. Inhale, open up. Exhale, sliding back. Bringing the hands all the way back towards your body. And inhale, slowly rolling up. Okay, so from here, we're just going to go on to a little bit of strength work. So we're going to walk our hands forward. Remember to be kind to yourself. We're going to come into our plank pose, so pushing away from the floor, a full plank. Now we're going to do some steps with the feet. So the right foot's going to step over to the left, back to centre, left foot over to right, back to centre, right foot over to left, back to centre, and switch. So you can just keep tapping through like this. If you want a bit more cardio, you can hop here. Maybe that leg goes a little bit further. So finding that breath, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. 3 more. To each side. Last one. And come back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Really reaching back. Notice that heart rate beating quick. Exhale, shift forward into plank. Lower all the way down to the tummy. Come on to the top of the feet. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Cobra. Exhale. Rolling back down. Bring your hands underneath your forehead so the hands on top of each other. Pressing your forehead down. And just rock your hips from side to side. Just getting a little bit of movement in here. Full breath. Really notice your breath. Notice your belly. Pushing against the ground. Notice the back of your body expanding with the breath. Exhale fully. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Inhale, pushing yourself back up. Coming to all fours. Okay, so from here we're just coming into a little bit of a back bend. You have a choice here. So we're going to do left leg first. You can just send the left leg behind you, reaching the left foot up towards the ceiling and just opening up through the chest here. You do start to get that natural curve in the lower back, stretch in the front of the tummy. Okay, so you could be here. The next thing you can do, you can start to lift up through that left leg, maybe reaching your right hand behind you. So left hand stays down, right hand comes behind you, maybe holding on to the right foot. You can either hold on to the outside or the inside. I like to hold on to the outside. Push that foot into the right hand and start to look out towards the right side. So it's the opposite hand to the knee, maybe even walking yourself up a little bit higher, lifting the leg a little bit higher, taking that stretch. Love and kindness, remember. So you want to go to appropriate edge. You don't want to be in pain, but you want to feel it, feel like you're working. Exhale, release. Right hand comes down, left knee in towards the nose, and then release, left knee down. From here, we're going to go on to the other side. So push away from the mat. Navel draws in. Maybe it's just the right foot that lifts up towards the ceiling. You can even wiggle the foot here. Take any movement you need. Or maybe you push away and you start to bring your left hand back, holding on to the outside or inside of the foot. Settle in here and then inhale. Start to lift up. Coming into a bit of a back bend, looking back, trying to get these shoulders away from the ears, taking up space. Full breath. Exhale, release left hand down. Right knee comes all the way in towards the nose. Exhale, knees down to the ground. Shifting back, coming into a child's pose. So because we came into a back bend, it's really important that we counterpose this. So we're really starting to take some roundness into the lower back. So I really like a wide child's pose. But you can get more roundness in the lower back if you feel like you need a bit more by coming to the traditional child's pose in Balasana. And you really start to round, tucking the head, arms come back. From here, we're just going to take a breath. We're nearly finished. Just 2 more things before we come back down to seated. Inhale, slowly rolling up. Coming back out with the hands. We're going to come into our plank pose, into a side plank. So decide, you can modify this. Okay, so you can have one leg down as like a kickstand and reach your hand up to the top leg. I'm on the right hand, right foot's down, left leg in a kickstand, reaching here, maybe over the head. If you want to take a full side plank, maybe you're here. And on an exhale, we're going to bring the left hand under. Inhale up. Exhale under. Inhale up. Exhale under. 2 more. Feel free to put the foot down if you want to and be here. Last one. Coming back into our plank. Lower down to the ground, elbows in. Inhale into Cobra. Exhale back down. Shifting over to the left side now. So coming into plank. Rolling over to the left side, either folding this right or bending this right leg and bringing the right foot to the ground in here, or taking full side plank. And again. Exhale, twist. Threading the arm under. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. 3 more. Can't remember, so we'll do 1 more just in case. Exhale. Inhale, take it up. Coming over into our plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale into Cobra. Exhale back. Inhale, pushing away. Reaching back. Curl the toes under. Coming back into our downward facing dog. Take a breath here. So these pauses are really important. That stillness, that movement and action. Coming back to stillness. All these qualities that we need, not just in our yoga practice, but in our yoga life. Okay, so not just on the mat, lowering the knees down to the ground, but also throughout the other areas of our life. Coming back into a comfortable seat. Feel free, if you want to, you can come to lie down into corpse pose, Shavasana. We're just going to relax here, settle in. So we're all made up of matter, of different qualities, the whole universe is, and sort of 3 layers, or 2 layers that lead to the third. And one of those layers is like the state of darkness, of rest, of not doing too much. Not necessarily laziness, but it can draw into that. And then the other state is that action, that movement, okay? And with both of those things, we can then end up with harmony and balance, okay? And in yoga, it's seen as bringing like a more sattvic life. Sattva means harmony and balance. So just notice how you feel. Think about those two states. You tend to be quite stagnant, okay? So not really doing too much, maybe sitting on the sofa. Maybe you could do a bit more, okay? Maybe go for a walk, maybe practicing some yoga, maybe just getting some movement in through the body. Put the radio on, have a dance, okay? Those things we need. We need action, we need movement. They are what keep us healthy. But also the darkness also keeps us healthy. So you can't have darkness without light, okay? And I'm not sure if I can remember it, but there was a quote by Martin Luther King. And it's something like, darkness cannot be stripped out with darkness. Only light can do that. And hatred cannot be stripped out with hatred. Only love can do that. So we need a little bit of both, okay? We do need that time where we rest and restore, but we also need that time when we're active, when we have a bit of movement in the body. We need that balance. And for each person, that's different. Okay, so somebody who gets up and does an hour's exercise every day, and then goes out for a long walk and does something else, and their balance might be slightly off, but it might work for them, but for you, that might not work. So it's finding that healthy balance for you, okay? That love and kindness, and then that can be shared out once you've looked after yourself. Anyway, I've spoken too much. So come into a comfortable state. Notice how you feel. Just give yourself a little moment to give yourself thanks for showing up, but also this stillness and silence to notice your body, your breath, and how amazing you are. Take a couple more breaths here. These pauses are so beneficial, just awesome for the body and mind. Bringing your hands gently to your heart. Bowing your head to your hands, giving yourself thanks, and bowing to yourself, honouring yourself, honouring me and those around us and the whole world. We are in this together, we are in the universe as one. Remember the theme of kindness, not just for this week, but for every day. From me to you, namaste.